Welcome back to Spotlight Over the City, you guys. And we got us a +1 in the building. Not just the +1, though. This young lady right here is one of my favorites. She's a lot of things. She's a serial entrepreneur.
Yep, a serial
for sure.
entrepreneur.
In a good way. In a good way.
In a great
way. And so she's doing a whole lot of things. We're going to let her talk about it. But she was the first person to set the stage right here on Spotlight Over the City in the DMV with me. Let's give it up for the one and only Dana Dane Hicks in the building.
Hungerford.
Hungerford in the building. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. It's been a long time coming.
I should have pulled up some old clips from when you used to be on set.
We got to get somebody to take some pictures. Hey, Sting, can you get some pictures of this right here? Anybody with a phone on set while she up here.
Because we were the Three Musketeers before.
Shout out, B. One time for B. B, you got us. So first of all, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
I remember when we first started, you were the first original host with me on Spotlight Over the City. This was before Wifey got on board. And you rock, and we really brought something to the city that I thought was special. And so thank you for being who you have been to this platform and for helping me to kick this platform off. Because without you, this platform definitely wouldn't be where it is now because you spearheaded it and you put your energy into it.
We spearheaded it.
And you showed up every week.
No, it was us. I appreciate the props. I appreciate the acknowledgement. I really appreciate it because I don't get that often. So hearing you say that really means something big to me.
Yeah,
but I just want to tell you, we did that together.
Yeah, we rocked.
Yeah, we did that together.
Y'all did.
Hey, we rocked that thing. And so when I say rock that thing, Dana would show up every single week on time, ready to rock. We would cue it up and we would go and we would rock the show. And so the energy was there. We had fun doing it. And it became something amazing, and it kept snowballing from that point. So you were the launch that did it. Now, our first, shout out DJ Quicksilver. That was our first guest.
Yeah, DJ Quicksilver
and,
was our first guest.
We had a ball. We had some glitches, but we worked through it, and we made it work, and we had a bomb show, and it's been going from there.
Yes, we did.
So let's get to
you. So I
you.
want to say thank you, just as the wife. I want to say thank you because when he came to me with his idea of, like, I want to start my show here in D.C., and I was like, oh, okay. Like, that ain't my lane. So I thank you for being the person to, like, really help him. He spoke all kinds of amazing things about this young lady, Dana. And I got to see you on the show on my phone. But when I first met you in person, you were genuine then, and you have always been that way with me. And I just wanted to thank you.
Thank you. I love
And we're definitely appreciative of you as a person in general because we just see the hard work that you put in and how determined, because you're very determined to make things happen for yourself. And you and B are a hell of a combination. I just want to don't leave that out because I like the energy you guys bring together. So let's talk about, let's take it from the beginning. I don't even know where to start with you. You got so much stuff going on.
One question that someone had before we get up to the current stuff. Someone put a question for you, Dana. They said, have you ever been in corporate America? Or have you always been an entrepreneur?
That's a good question.
You know what? It's funny that you say that because my friends will laugh and joke and say, you never had a job. I did have a job before.
Did? So
no,
you had a
wait,
job.
Dana. Now, it's hard for me to believe. Now, what did you do? What would you
do? I worked at a law firm. My last job, let me tell you, let me set the record straight.
Okay, your last job.
My last job was at Howard University, and I worked in the office of the president at Howard University. I worked for President Swigert. I got into it with my boss, and they would get ready to lock me up because my boss was very disrespectful to me. And to let y'all know how disrespectful she was, my mom was out sick. My mom was sick. So, once you miss 3 days, you need a doctor's note.
Right.
I was out 2 days. My supervisor came in there after me being out 2 days, had a stack of papers. I'm ready to get back to work. She took her hand and knocked all my papers off my desk and said, you pick this up when I'm finished. When I'm talking to you, look at me. Knocked the papers off of my desk. And let me just say that I briefly snapped, and that was the last job I had. Yeah. And just to set the record straight, before I left there with my full paycheck because it was Friday, it was payday, and I left there with a severance package for 6 months because I knew so much. Give me my severance pay, give me my check, I'm never going to work for anybody again. I hated working a 9-to-5 job, but that day, it was just like a reality check for me. Dana, this isn't for you. Get your shit together and find out what you want to do so you can work at your own pace and at your own accord. And that's what I've been doing for almost 13 years now.
I'm so proud of that.
Shout out to everybody who can't work a job. Because that's good. That means you're an entrepreneur. That means you're not supposed to be working a job. You're supposed to be a job. And so I love it.
It's a lot of people who can't. You know, I've been in corporate America all my life, but it's a lot of people who can't do that. So I commend
well, you do both. You on both sides of the fence, which is a whole nother story. But
that's a real go getter. Once you can
play both sides of the fence,
and you can get off your 9 to 5 and hustle. That's
a
bomb.
real hustler.
I don't feel like people. I think people that are entrepreneurs. A lot of people push. Oh, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur. Okay, that's cool. But guess what? Let's keep it real. Just because you're an entrepreneur doesn't mean you're making money. There are a lot of entrepreneurs that are struggling. Yeah. There are a lot of people that work 9 to 5 jobs that are making more money than entrepreneurs.
By far.
Let's just be real about it.
That's so true, Dana.
That's amazing to work your 9 to 5 and be an entrepreneur. That's the shit.
Well,
can I cuss? I'm sorry.
She a boss on both sides.
Thank you.
You can cuss on Spotlight. You can be you. You can be you on Spotlight over the city.
Thank you.
Speaking of you, I want to talk about this before we get too far out the way, because you got a lot of things going on. But this is out in the forefront right now, because every time I look on social media, I see somebody talking about this bag, or holding a bag, or going to get a bag. I should have bought mine.
I got one too.
I think everybody, woman in my family got a bag. Terry got a bag.
My sister has one.
Dr. Nevison got a bag.
Charlotte or somewhere got a bag.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
One of your cousins,
who knows?
Yeah.
Because I remember her asking me about it. And she did get one.
Yep.
Yay.
And so let's talk about how this even came to be. How did and your partner, what's her name?
April. April's my
Hey,
partner.
April.
Shout out to April.
Shout out to my
how did
girl.
you guys come up with this whole concept?
Let me tell you how it came up. Shout out to Sonique. Her bag line, she was painting on bags, and her bags were painted, and it said, "You're fake. You fake like this Birkin. You fake like this Chanel." It was hand painted on her bag, and she's out in LA.
Okay.
So I saw a girl with it, and I said, "Oh, that bag is cute." So then I was like, "It's a cute bag, cute concept." So I started following her. Then I went to her page. I watched her for 3 months. Once a month, she would sell her bags. So I saw how all these women were waiting. Oh, Saturday's coming up, 12:01. She's gonna sell her bags. The first month, she sold out in 4 minutes, 300 bags. Her cheapest bag was like $300. Her cheapest.
Ooh.
And she sold out how long? How fast?
4 minutes.
4 minutes.
I watched her sell out of her bags the first month. And I was like, damn, she's killing it. I watched her the second month. I watched her the third month. And I said, I got to figure this shit out, man. Good God almighty. She is killing it. But then I said, with me being who I am, I would have to put something positive on a purse. That's my personality. I like to uplift, motivate, and inspire women. So I said, I got to figure this out. I could not sleep. Every day. I was like, what can I do? And then it came to me. You make the bag. The bag doesn't make you. There's so many women, and not knocking designers because I have a lot of designer bags, but there's so many women that feel like because of social media, you have to have the Birkins, you have to have the Chanels, you have to have the Louis to feel like you are enough. Like if you don't feel like you're enough unless you have what you see all these chicks on social media having. No, you make the bag.
That's right.
And then also, I wanted you make the bag to stand for you make your money. You make the bag. Whether it's a 9 to 5, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you made the bag, chill for a second, became a stay-at-home mom, and you make the bag again, you make the bag.
You make the bag.
So I came up with you make the bag. I said, okay, you came up with you make the bag. Now who's gonna make the bag? Because you can't paint.
Right.
I'm not an artist.
That's the next step, right?
Yeah, I'm not an artist. And I was thinking, I was stressed. Like I was living this and dreaming this every night. I got to make this happen. And then I said, April. My girlfriend, April. April is a serial entrepreneur. She's a go-getter. I know she goes hard. I've been knowing her for years. She's an artist, a talented artist. I said, let me hit April out. I called her like 11 o'clock at night one night, told her my idea. We stayed on the phone for 4 hours.
Wow.
And we have been rocking nonstop since August. But then once I got the name, once I got April, I said, okay, we need a name that people will remember. We need a name that you don't have to try to figure out or you forget. Official Bag Ladies. Okay, now I got the name. Now let's do everything we have to do to incorporate this to make sure we're straight on the business aspect. My husband in the background, he handled all of that. And we have been rocking nonstop without a website. We don't have a website up yet. We've been rocking nonstop since August. And since August, we're not on Sonique's level, selling 300 or more bags, but since August, we have sold 400 bags.
Yes,
let's
Dana.
give it up for that. Let's give it up for that one time.
Dana.
And so that's what it takes. Being an entrepreneur, you had to take those steps and don't take them lightly, because it only take one at a time to get somewhere. You take one step, take another step. So that's a big step to say that you guys have sold that many bags. That's a lot of bags.
I want this one.
That's
though,
a
babe.
lot of
And
bags.
then it's like I have to remind myself, I'm glad that pressure doesn't move me. Like, people can't put the press on me to move. I'm going to move in my own accord. But the crazy thing is, so many people are like, when is your website opening? When y'all going to have the website? When you going to do this? When you going to do that? I'm like, hold fast, because we were just putting out bags to see what we wanted to put on the website.
Right.
We have a whole plan, and the bigger plan is to donate bags every month to different nonprofits that work with women that have been incarcerated that are coming back into the society. So we want to give bags to women that are just coming back home every month. That's our goal. So we have a big picture. It's not just, oh, we want to sell these bags, make this money. We want to inspire women. We want to help women that's coming back from being incarcerated out into community to know that you don't have to, you're going to see social media, but you don't have to follow that trend. You can pay $250, $175, $300 for a bag. You don't have to spend that. And you still the shit.
And you still the shit.
So it's like a big picture. So people are like, when is the website? When is this? We're not rushing. We're taking our time because we have our vision. And we're not going to let anybody rush us. It's a big picture to what we're doing.
So to piggyback off of that, I think you mentioned a nonprofit. You said you were doing something on the lines of that, or it's just not a nonprofit, but something to do with giving back to the community. What are you guys up to?
Oh, yeah. So, and this is another, things just come to me in the middle of the night. I was laying in the bed the other night. It was like 12 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, it's freezing outside. It's cold. I've been doing good. Everybody around me is doing good. But what about the people that are outside freezing? Like, these people, it's homeless people that need us. So I made a flyer at 12:30 in the morning. I called April and told her my idea. Let's get blankets. Let's collect blankets. Let's get donations. Let's get as many blankets as we can. And let's go out in the street and give it to the homeless people. So we're doing that Sunday. We've been getting donations. We've been getting blankets. And I tell people, like, it's all good and fine and dandy for you to boast and talk about what you got, but what are you doing to help people? Like, God is not going to continue to bless you unless you are blessing other people. I always say, show off for God and God will show up for you. That's the truth. Because God has showed up.
Say it again.
He's not going to bless a mess.
That's right,
And you can't call yourself successful unless you help make someone else a success. So that's what makes you successful. And so that's what you're doing. And so I'm loving what I'm seeing.
I am too. We got several people on our Instagram feed. I know you're going to get to this, but before they drop off, they want to know how to get bags.
You can go on our page on Instagram, and it's Official Bag Ladies. If you see a bag that you like, just let us know. Right now, we're currently getting the bags. Finally, we've decided on the bags that are going to be on our website. So our website should be up and running within the next 2 weeks.
But you don't have to wait for the website to get a bag. Go to their Instagram, Official Bag Ladies.
And inbox us.
And inbox them. Okay. Yeah. Do you have something on Facebook or just Instagram?
No, just Instagram.
Okay. All right, cool.
Okay, cool.
What else you got going on before we have to wrap
What's
things
going on
up?
with the play? You're a playwright. I've heard about the play, too. I ain't forget about it.
Yeah. So my stage play will be coming to life, A Woman's Love. It's been a long journey with that, too. It's been a long, crazy process. I wrote the stage play it's been like 10 years ago.
Wow, it's been that long?
Yeah, it's been that long. Yeah, I had a lot of ups and downs. A lot of people that said, I got you. Come on, we're going to make this happen. And it's been people that I trusted. One person got me to the front door and said, I got the money and everything. We're supposed to be going to Solidify, locking in the theater, to just never call me again. Well, what happened? Okay, you left me hanging. I never got an answer. You left me hanging. Okay, I felt like it wasn't meant to be.
That wasn't for you. Yeah, that wasn't going to work out good.
So then I said, okay, I'm not going to let that stop me. Kept going. A few years later, I said, it's time, let's try this again. Got through it. COVID hit. We were in rehearsals. We were in our third rehearsal.
I remember.
I was having goosebumps watching my vision come to life in rehearsals. COVID hit us. Shut it down. So now here we are again. And now I can proudly say that because of Lavelle Long, DC Black Broadway, he's opened the door for me to have my debut for A Woman's Love stage play at the Bethesda Blues and Jazz.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, Dana.
Blues and Jazz, and that will be May 14th and 15th. And it was just like, now I'm like, okay, God, now I understand why this person wasn't supposed to go with me. I wasn't supposed to have my play at Bowie High School.
Right.
All this happened for a reason. It prepared me for where I am now. So now I'm having my stage play at Bethesda Blues and Jazz, a place that I go to see some of the biggest names ever.
And a lovely place. We really like that place a lot. The food is good, the ambiance is good, and it's a lot of space, and it's a bigger stage than what you would have had.
Yeah, definitely a bigger stage.
It's a bigger platform.
I'm really excited about that.
You should be excited, and I'm glad you didn't give up on it, because a lot of people quit on their dreams. See, you had this thing, you said 10 years. A lot of people won't even give 10 years anything.
Let me tell you, I feel like now I have the right team. Everybody that I have with me, they want to see me win. I feel
that's
like
important.
during my journey, it was a lot of people that were with me, but it was more of what I could do for them. Like, let me get Dana on my team. She's a go-getter. She gonna help me. Now it's, and I always was that person to help. So now it's like everybody on my team now, they're like, we believe in you. It's not about, let me just jump on the bandwagon for you to help me. It's like, I believe in you. It's not about pay me all this money up front. I believe in you. I'm going to rock with you. And when you get the money, I'm going to look out for my people. They know that. One thing about me, I'm a team player.
So speaking of team player, you got Cliff Jones on here. Shout out, Cliff. Big Boy say, proud of this lady right here. So he's shouting you out.
Thanks,
Monique.
Cliff.
Who
Thanks
else?
so
Somebody
much,
told
Cliff.
me. Oh, Carlos. Carlos Wells.
Oh, yeah. Hey, brother.
Okay,
hey,
so Lo
Monique.
say, my sister is a great inspiration to us all. So
yes, indeed.
These are some of the comments that people are coming in and saying about you, and they're giving you props and saying, because they all know that when you get in and you put your whole heart in it, you put all your effort in it, and you're going to see it through. And
Definitely.
So we definitely appreciate you.
And I'm going to pull my people with me. I'm going to pull my real ones with me. Let me say that.
That's right.
The fake ones going to stay right where they are.
That's
so I'm
right.
sure sooner than later, y'all going to hear people saying, oh, she changed. No, I didn't change. I'm acting the way you were acting before I made it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, see,
I'm holding people accountable. That's what I always say. Hold people accountable for keeping their distance. Hold people accountable for acting like you aren't worthy. Keep that same energy.
That's right.
Once you see I made it without any assistance from you.
Well, that's
because God puts the right people in your position, and He removes the people that aren't supposed to go with you.
And when they go, just salute them. Don't be trying to grab onto them and hold on to them.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah, most of like they say, if they hand you the scissors, you didn't cut them. They cut themselves. You know what I mean? Just handed you the scissors.
Exactly.
So before you go, give them all that you got coming forward, Dana.
How they can support you,
where they can
whatever
follow
you
you,
want people to know.
IG, Facebook, Twitter page, all the page.
Whatever you have.
You can follow me on Facebook at Dana Dane. Dana spelled Dayne. You can follow me on Instagram at Only Dana Dane, and you can follow me at Official Bag Ladies on IG. And I have to give a shout out to Antoine Jones and Pro Se Litigator. Okay. We worked on that project over the summer. Great cast, great crew. Gil Nelson, Mitch Creedle, Vikai, like everybody. Twan was locked up for years and years and years, came home, and he said he wanted to do a story about his life. And I was the casting director in that. I was the executive producer, one of the executive producers, and I was also an actor in it.
Yes.
And that is coming to life very soon. We had a meeting yesterday. I can't say too much, but shout out to them because that was a long journey. We were working on that and had a lot of ups and downs. But again, it's all on your team. You got to get loyal people on your team, not people that just want to jump on the bandwagon. Get people that's going to ride with you,
that's right,
whether you're doing good or doing bad. So shout out to them too. Yep. And I got to say, Gil Nelson is the director for my stage play.
Home team. Shout out Gil Nelson, Pam Nelson. That's the homie, though. Shout out to Gil.
Shout out Gil Nelson.
You already know it's all love. I want to say special shout out to Lolita over there at Sterling Optical.
Hey, girl.
We're going to be over there to holler at you.
That's
I told
right.
Wife to get a tail over there before we left to go out of town, but she ain't been over there yet. But I'm going to go over there. We'll pull up on you, and we're going to try to link and do some business. So, sure, go ahead.
Yes. Shout out to my girls working in the background with me 24/7. Malika, Cornita, my mama. I gotta give a shout out to my mama.
Shout out, Mom.
Shout out, Mama Hicks.
And Monique.
For sure.
My girl Tierney. She's a
Love
leading
her.
lady in my stage play, but she's working behind the scenes doing other stuff besides
She a
just
bad
being an
sister
actress.
too with the actress.
Yeah,
actress
she
thing.
she
bad.
is. I just want to give a shout out to them, and most importantly, my amazing husband, because I wouldn't be able to chase my dreams the way I chase my dreams if he didn't support and push for everything that I do. I just have to tell him, this is what I want to do. He's like, don't talk to me about doing all. I don't need to know all that. Just tell me what you need. So just tell my husband have my back all the time.
One time for B.
So much.
But he always been that guy, so that's a big thing. So we got to get ready.